Great vinyl community, in this video we delve deep into the realms of weird, crazy, amazing music that just all comes together for some classic albums. Great vinyl community, how you going? It's a what they call Labor Day here in Queensland today, so it's a public holiday. Cheers. It feels like it's been so long since I made a video. I think it's only been a week and a half or two, but it just feels so long. I'm just doing heaps and heaps of stuff, as you know. But I'm still collecting vinyl. It's probably going to just peter down a bit now. A few things to catch up on as happens, but still plenty of stuff to show you. Take two. Guys, don't you hate it when you... For those of you who make videos, when you record a video and you've gone through it and you know it's gone well, it's all come together well, maybe better than you thought, and you go to hit the stop button and it's already stopped and you didn't realise, and you just spoke absolutely brilliant. You were brilliant for 10 minutes and no one's ever going to hear it. Okay. Alright, this band here, I'm getting close to completing their collection. I keep saying it, but I keep getting more, and I keep realising actually they've got quite a big catalogue. So here's a debut from Uriah Heep, and I love this. This cover. Ooh. Looks a bit like me in the morning. It's a debut called Very Evie, Very Humble. There's the back. And the gatefold. One thing I found interesting about this is inside the gatefold is comments from Ken Hensley, that's right, who does organ and slide guitar, some vocals. And he talks about the coming together of the band in the studio, and he says this: the letters LP could well mean large problem, for that is what is faced everybody involved in making this album. To condense into a single groove, the mood of each song alone is a monumental task. But when allied with the associated technical precision demanded by today's high standards, it assumes frightening proportions. And there's a lot more there that he talks about. Another thing I like about is the track listing inside the gatefold. I'll just show you that. So you can go back and pause that if you like, but if you notice that Ken actually writes a few points about each track. So, for example, the last song on side 1 called Lucy Blues, he says, still in melancholy mood after Melinda, we have a slow blues, hardly unpredictable, but rather pleasant. Side 2, track 1, Dreamer. He says, after a build-up of beginning, Dreamer takes us through dream and nightmare sequences with some fine drumming from Ollie. So I just thought that was good to give you, the listener, a little, just a little insight from the band member there about what the song is maybe a bit about, and the sound, what you're about to listen to. So that was cool. The next Uriah Heep I think that last one was 1970. This one I think is a 76. It's called High and Mighty. I've yet to hear it. This is the inner sleeve. That's Ken there, who I was referring to in the previous record. So yet to hear that one, but that first Uriah album debut is just incredible music. I love it. It may be my favourite Uriah Heep, but I still got to sit down and listen to them all properly. So from Uriah Heep, we moved to a band who are absolutely massive in Canada, from Canada. But for me, I've only just recently discovered them, and they are incredible. in some ways put them in the same kind of category as Van Halen in terms of just incredible musicianship. Obviously, be fantastic live, fantastic in the studio. And a shout out to Billy Hurst and David Michael for this. Possibly Liam Dyer. I can't remember who sort of, I think, shown some stuff by this band. And it's Rush. This is the first one I picked up. Fly By Night. And I believe this is a US pressing. The other one is I've got. And Neil Peart, of course, percussionist. Playing this on vinyl is just incredible. Just incredible music. Absolutely love it. Just fantastic musicianship, as I said. I could listen to this all day long, all the way through, over and over again. Just brilliant. And then the other one I got was Rush Exit Stage Left, which I believe is a live one because I haven't heard it yet. And a very, not sure about this back cover, what it all means. But there you go. And it's on the Mercury label. The other one's on the, Fly By Night is on the Black Mercury label, and this one's on the Blue Mercury. And next one, I'll just put it up on the screen. And finally got myself some Thin Lizzy. I might have another one of theirs, I'm not sure. But shout out to Naz Nomad, Dave and Michael. I remember David was showing this probably a couple of months ago. I think he already had a copy, but I finally got myself a copy. I played this all the way through again the second time yesterday and just absolutely love it. Just kick-ass song, Jailbreak, side one, track one. Just, you just... It's why we do this, why we love it. Chinatown, I have played it. It's good. I think this album was not as well received as many other Thin Lizzy albums. This is a liner cover, lyric sheet. Obviously, a lot of themes running through this, like dragons. So I've moved to Rush. Like mentioned Rush, I haven't really heard before. And Thin Lizzy, I've just sort of been getting into more recently. But here's another one like that. This guy, I was certainly well aware of when I was about 15, 16, when I was playing guitar. When you read a lot of guitar books or learning songs and things, there's a lot of references to guys like Hendrix and all those legendary guitarists. And this guy is definitely in that category. But I never had any of his music. My parents didn't, and I wasn't around anyone who had his music. So for me, it was it's been a discovery. It's taken a long time to get there, and I'm probably, in terms of most of you in the VC, I'm probably particularly slow with this artist. But anyway, it was probably more recently, maybe about 2 months ago, I listened to an interview that was on the Vinyl podcast, which is hosted by Nate Goya. If you haven't checked it out, excellent podcast. And Nate had a fellow on there, and he was a drummer with this group over a period where I think they made about 2 or 3 albums that he was involved with. And that helped me sort of understand more, because just prior to that interview, I started listening to this artist, and I had a lot of questions in my head. I was thinking, okay, undoubtedly he's an amazing guitarist, but his music, and some of his music was like weird. It was like out there. It was like crazy. It was, how do you explain this? Why? Why would you go from this to this in the same song and then back again? It's really kind of Fruit Loop stuff in a couple of the albums. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about when I show you. So anyway, this drummer who spoke on the podcast was actually part of making this album, and he spoke about that time. So I'm talking about Frank Zappa. So this one's called Overnight Sensation. So it's Frank Zappa and the Mothers. The Mothers is like a project of his. These are US pressings. on the discreet. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh no. I'm gonna keep going with this. How did this happen? Right, have a look at this. This is Overnight Sensation, but look closely. This ain't Roxy's. This ain't Overnight Sensation. This is Roxy and Elsewhere, which oh no. Don't get me wrong, I do want that album, but it's in the wrong cover. I'm going to have to contact this guy, but this was a while ago, so... Look, I really built this up, didn't I, with the story about him, and then... I mean, Zappa records aren't cheap, so not that I paid a lot of money, but I paid, enough, and that's frustrating. Anyway, the other two I've got is from the same guy as Sleep Dirt. And yes, it says Sleep Dirt in the original inner sleeve as well, which is cool. And the other one is Hot Rats. And let me check this. Drum roll, please. That one's good. Check your records, guys. Check your records. Make sure you're getting what you buy. Anyway, we'll leave that on a high note or incredible note or some homework for me. So I'll let you know how I go in the comments in the next couple of days. Cheers, guys. I'll get a refill here of water and I'll cut a new video. Great to be back in the VC community. Keep doing what we love. We love vinyl. Keep making those videos and look after yourself. Cheers.